guys, can you repeat after me in the comment section and scream in all caps,
"Don't touch the children"?
And to kind of piggyback off of that statement and on that note, do most people agree that an old man commenting "you're beautiful" on a young girl's TikToks or Instagram, it's weird, right? It's odd, even weirder if they're about, you know, this young girl's about 16 and the dude is about
56.
Yeah, see, look at Slappy. Even Slappy's kind of is very weirded out about that. Before we start, I always have to ask, if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. My goal is to get to 700,000 subscribers, and I'm almost there. And I know you guys are tired of me asking, so if you would just do it, we can move along to me asking for 800,000. Okay, TikTok was made for kids, mostly, and teenagers, but the older people have found it. Yes, millennials, Gen X, and even the boomers.
Okay, read it out loud to me.
Okay, what?
Read this out loud.
I can't even see it.
TikTok has definitely become more wide-ranged when it comes to ages, and many boomers absolutely love TikTok and do pretty well on it. And today's story is just about a dad that just loved to sing, and his name was Roger Clay.
I know I'm obsessed and right now.
Roger Clay has been singing and producing music since he was in his 20s and would eventually find TikTok at the ripe age of 56, and he would find that his new hobby would help him cope with difficult times in his life. When things were getting really hard, Roger would just sing it out.
I want to sing to say funk that, funk that, funk that.
Music fills my head at all times. It helped me cope with life. I have always had great love for music. Anyway, people loved this dad on TikTok. He found a niche. He found it and he served it and ran with it. He would sing everything and anything from Jess Glynn.
If you gave me a chance, I would take it.
Tracy Lawrence.
So sorry, darling. She's been cheated on.
Chris Brown.
Is your man on the floor? If he ain't, let me know.
People were just captivated by this guy and his singing, and woo! If he started dancing around with his feet, people would go wild.
Who let the dogs out? Who? It's me.
They loved him, loved to sing, loved everything, and he quickly gained millions of followers just by singing like a dad to popular music that the kids like.
That the kids like.
Yeah, Roger's fan base is children, mostly young girls, and I think we all know where this is leading. So if you're annoyed with me starting out these types of videos with "don't touch the children" because you know that, just know that some people don't. And you gotta do your due diligence and say it in the comment section so people know. The idiot people, the creepy people, the loser. So you guys know how TikTok is. TikTok is full of detectives times nosy people. And you bring nosy people and detectives and mash them together, it gets pretty dramatic. So people started speculating and noticed that Roger was duetting a lot of women. There was a sprinkle of, you know, men here and there, but it was mostly women and a lot of young women. But people kind of, you know, let it slide. You know, he was just an old guy on TikTok. He doesn't know what he's doing. He's just doing one of the features on the app that helps creators grow and collaborate with others to get more views. That's what TikTok's all about, and Roger was doing that. Well, Roger would take this collaboration in person with a woman that was fresh out of high school, and people had questions. So Roger, Mr. TikTok dad, just a lovable guy wanting to help a chick out, according to him. He's got 3 million followers, right? He wants to give back. And so he invited someone named Olivia to do a collab with him. I mean, YouTubers do it all the time. Usually collab with someone who has similar content as you and has a similar amount of subscribers as you. But Roger, you know, he's giving back. So his collaboration was with Olivia, who's about 19 and has less than 1,000 subscribers. What a nice man, right? A 19-year-old with only 1,000 subscribers versus his 3 million. Definitely not a power of dynamic. Just an older guy giving back to someone he probably looks at as a daughter or a niece, you know. Someone random he never talked to. So Roger would fly out and book a hotel room, invite her to that hotel room, and they would go live so the fans could hear them sing. And here's what a small clip of that looks like that is still on the internet.
Knock, knock, knocking on.
Knock, knock, knocking on.
So, a little close there. A little bit of an evil face here. Roger, you devil, you. Anyway, people didn't like this. People started to look at her age and then looked at Roger, and then looked at her followers and then looked back at Roger, and then looked at Roger's followers and then back at Roger, and then looked at the hotel room footage and said, huh, it looks like you're kind of using your followers and weird TikTok fame and clearly, awesome dance moves to lure the youngest possible woman that you can get legally so that you can fly across the United States and book a hotel room and invite her into that hotel room and have her sit on your lap and they can be alone with you and those awesome dance moves. Kind of reminds me of Mr. Benny Boy we talked about, Mr. Bentellect, who was, he had 11 million followers and would contact women and say, hey, join me on this podcast. Let's collaborate. And since you're doing something for me, I can do something for you and have sex with you, for you.
Well,
TikTok went wild. They said, girl, blink twice if you need help. And Roger actually posted this girl on his Instagram. The friend that he flew to go meet. He's looking quite dashing, and Olivia is all dressed up once again, cuddled in pretty close. And I don't know about you, ladies, speak up. Men, I do have men in the comments section. If you're 56, do you feel completely comfortable with a 19-year-old snuggled up to you like that? And if she is snuggled up to you like that, are you guys just friends? I don't get close like that to any old man. To any man. What man will I be cuddled up to like that and then he says we're just friends? Weird. It's weird for me. But maybe I'm not part of any of those generations, whatever 19-year-olds and boomers. So maybe that's just what they do. When they get together, they get close. But I don't want to get close to Roger. So anyway, the caption says, so beautiful and the landscape ain't bad either. It's how like old men always laugh after they say something that's clearly inappropriate and weird, but they think it's really funny. And then they just do that little dance.
Who let the dogs out?
Okay, so TikTok detectives went to work. They put their badges on, they put on their TikTok detectives hats, and they did their job. Okay, so we need to thank them because they dug into Olivia's profile and found pictures of her when she was still in high school. At 16 actually, that freaking Roger liked from back in the day. So people were saying it looks like he's been following her since she was about a junior or senior in high school. Roger, I was really hoping it was just TikTokers TikToking. TikTokers finding their next prey to make drama because everybody's bored. But it's looking a little like you were preying on a 16-year-old and singing those songs, buttering her up while she bakes in the oven for a few years, just waiting for her to hit that mark so you can fly your ass down there and get her in a hotel room. Just a thought. So his fans, his own people in his group was like, while this live was going, saying, is this your daughter? And why are you so close to this very young girl? That you just met. His own fans thought that it was very weird. And sometimes I think some of these people just shove their head so far, influencers shove their head so far up their butt, no lube, and they think that they are untouchable. People are praising them for their very bad singing.
stand there in the room.
Okay, he's not good. I'm not even that well trained of a singer, but pitch off, tone deaf, not good at all. And people will butter him up. These little 13-year-olds are calling him king and daddy. Does daddy answer? Yup. Does my king reply? Yes. And he thinks everyone is going to just love what he does. And they think that they will just fly to a 19-year-old girl and invite them into a hotel room and think everyone's gonna love this. No one's gonna say anything to this. Wow, this is just amazing. Yeah, no one did that except for other boomer dudes and Colleen who are like, well, she's legal, barely legal. Gross. So this controversy and this backlash took Roger by surprise and he's pissed, okay? He took to Instagram to tell everyone to stop it. He didn't sing it, unfortunately. I thought he was gonna break out that old ukulele, but he didn't. But he did pair, I can't play it on here, he did pair what he had to say with Taylor Swift's Shake It Off. Attention, you should be ashamed of yourself. Such a dad. Last night, I went live with a talented 21-year-old musician and singer. We'll get to the 21-year-old thing in a second. We sang to you. We sang for you. We sang in a well-lit room and sat in business chairs. We sang in portrait mode for viewers' convenience. Why is he telling us this? Like you did us a favor. The chairs were close to fit us both in the video. Then the rumors. She's his 19-year-old girlfriend. What the fuck? You guys, he's so mad. But why were you sitting so close in that fucking picture then? And the video. I don't think that was necessary to fit in portrait mode for us. Some sick F dug up a post of her graduation year, but failed to imagine that people graduate at different ages for various good reasons. Yep. Singing is not a crime at any age. No one said that. We said liking a 16-year-old fan's pictures for years, allegedly, then flying to her state once she hits 19, booking a hotel room, and then singing with her at her barely legal age is creepy. No one said it's illegal. They just think it's weird and predatory, and I have to agree. And I have my experience about this as a woman. I was going to the gym when I was like 15 or 16, I think it was 16. Old men would barely cross that line with me, you know, with just the little comments that I would say at 16. And the moment I turned 18, everything changed. It was very interesting time for me. As you age, you start to just not put up with that shit, like at all. Especially when I was 16, it was, you know, they would start saying things and you're just kind of like, huh, that's a little suspicious. And then as you keep going, you kind of get upset. It's like they try to push the limit and see how much can I get away with and how much can I make her uncomfortable, but it won't be illegal, so she can't really say anything. And then once I hit 18, that was all out the window, and they were just waiting like hyenas. And there's always those men in the comment section saying, it's not illegal. We know, and we think you're weird and freaky too. You are the men that parents hide their daughters from because teenagers are easy to manipulate. So then, back to the story. Olivia releases a video and it changes some things. So Olivia would post a video titled Clarifying False Allegations, and in the video she would say that Roger, you know, everything was fine. Everything was normal. It was a fabulous experience, just a great experience. Thank you so much, you know, sir, for helping me.
Hi everyone, it's Olivia McCraw. You may have seen me on the TikTok live last night with Roger, and I wanted to make this video just to clarify what is actually going on right now. So Roger just invited me to sing with him, and it was a great opportunity, a great experience. I'd never gone live before like that, especially on a live with more than 10 people, and I'm very grateful for the opportunity.
Well, that didn't set people off, okay? People did not stop speculating, and they thought she was lying.
She has come into his comment section and said that that is not the case, but here's why I still have a huge issue with this. I was 19 once. I saw this kind of attention from a man with power, an older man with power, as flattery, as a way for me to get more attention. So I don't blame her for thinking this is harmless. But I also know men, and I know old men. And I hate to say it, but a 58-year-old man entertaining a 19-year-old for funsies, for a collab, that's not what's happening.
Well, the same day, Roger decides to go live. Roger goes live all the time, and everyone is asking what happened, or saying you're a predator, and why did you invite this young girl to a hotel room? And he was blocking all of them. He did address some of it, but he said people were attacking him and abusing him on live with their words.
Sorry if that offended you. And we were in seats. It's amazing. It's amazing. Why can't two people sing together for you for free without getting such abuse? It's amazing. Unfortunately, we're not even besties anymore. We decided that we just won't collaborate anymore. Even though I thought she had a beautiful voice.
Ooh, hold on. Did you just say that you were besties with a 19-year-old girl? That's a little weird. A 19-year-old girl that was a fan?
I thought it was an excellent night. We will not ever perform together again because of all the backlash. internet can be thankful for that. I did not date her, no. It was a beautiful view, both landscape and her. She's beautiful. She's a beautiful person with a beautiful voice. It's also very taboo to sing with anybody under the age of 21. The hotel thing, yes, we needed a place to sing with good lighting. We sat in a hotel, propped up our gear.
Does anybody else see that Roger acts like he does professionally done covers? Maybe my musical ear is off, but in all the TikToks, he was singing completely off pitch for about 4 seconds.
We could slow dance to rock music.
With horrible lighting and horrible angles. And he didn't give a fuck back then, but now he does. I'm almost positive that he could have done this collaboration in a well-lit public mall, and your TikTok followers would be like, wow, this is amazing, because they did that with every other TikTok that you posted. Your fan base seems like they're very easy to please. They don't care about lighting, they don't care about angles, they don't care about your dance moves, they don't even care about your pitch. You just have to post things. They don't give a shit. This could have easily been avoided if you had common sense and maybe not a predatory type bone in your penis.
And sat in chairs that were squished together so we could fit a profile view. That is what happened. And we sang to you, and we were abused.
Well, you know teenagers. Olivia would release a second video, and it was completely opposite of the first one, which in her defense, because I know some people will say, well, she said in the first one, nothing happened and she loved it. So that's what I'm going with. Whatever she says now, I ain't gonna listen. I'm not gonna listen. Nothing she says is credible now. Well, that's fine. But I know when I was a teenager, there has been a few times when a man, a boy, did something to a woman and I was there and they say, Michelle, do not say anything. I don't want any drama or, you know, him to get in trouble. And of course, I do what any person that does not like these type of conflicts do. Sprint and tell. Just for clarification, one of those incidents was when I was a teenager and one of the girls got touched by a big brother, and me and my unable to sleep at sleepovers finally put together what was going on and confronted him the next day in front of his mom and everyone. And he ended up confessing because he didn't have time to make up a story and didn't think 4 foot looking like Urkel Michelle was gonna run upstairs and tell the mom. There's a few times where I see something and the man pleads that I don't say anything. Honey, I am the wrong one. I will tell on you.
Something's just slip out. You gotta understand.
Don't worry, SpongeBob, I understand.
Sorry if that hurts absolutely anyone's feelings or invalidates, you know, the victim's wishes, but just don't tell me, okay, if you don't want this getting out, because if it happened 3 seconds ago, we're gonna deal with it right now. And both the times that it happened, they were kind of mad at me at first and then always came back and said, Michelle, thank you for speaking up about this because I should have done it as soon as possible because nobody would probably believe me if I waited 5 to 10 years. So Jess, I know you guys are probably mad at me in the comment section, but just don't tell me because I don't handle that well. I'm going to tell. If there's proof, I will tell. So I am gonna give her grace because she's very young and I know, once again, there's power in dynamic. He's got 3 million followers. She was saying she's not used to all this type of attention, you know, from less than 1,000 followers to 3 million. This is a big audience and she's not used to that. It can be very daunting as probably a young person or anyone to have that much focus on you and then people calling her a slut, a whore, you're trying to tarnish this man, you know, like you need to speak up for this man and he helped you, people were saying to her. So I'm giving her some grace because I know there's quite a bit of people who are quite a bit of women that will say, or people in general, that will say, I just didn't want to get him in trouble. So once again, I am the mistress of chaos. And if there's proof, we're gonna chaos it up because this is wrong. So while Roger is saying we did a beautiful cover in a hotel room and our chairs were squished together for you and there's nothing romantic, I just met her for the first time, it was very professional, I'm like her father. Well, Roger's own moderators outed him in his weird groups, which are full of like 14, 15-year-old girls.
He knows what he's doing. It's weird. It's really creepy. And I'm grossed out by it.
And she was going crazy. She said Olivia's actually his date, and they went on a date to Texas Roadhouse. The most boomer date ever, I have to say, Roger. I mean, I love the roles, but come on, the most boomer date thing ever is to go to Texas Roadhouse. And he looks like a guy that would take a 19-year-old to Texas Roadhouse. So now that this is out, Roger's going into damage control. Olivia's having thoughts. Maybe I shouldn't be meeting a 56-year-old man in a hotel room and then go to Texas Roadhouse after. She's having some thoughts. And then he decides to text her for some damage control and just warn her about this moderator that's clearly doing this for attention. She is evil. She is sick. She is evil. She is sick. She will ruin us. A lot of repetition there. She had to make sure that she knew. Let me know right now if you want her in your life. The fact that you would even consider interacting with this person has me very worried. Why? Because she's gonna shove some common sense into this 19-year-old's head? Well, the moderator and her boyfriend kept posting. Their whole page is basically trolling this elderly man who, in my opinion, deserves it. So for some reason, the boyfriend of the moderator found that Roger follows his sister, and he didn't like that very much.
I will give you one piece of earnest advice. You can help yourself so much by never opening never click on the DM button. Why'd you follow her, man? Don't follow my sister. That's my sister. It's so ugh.
They also infiltrated Roger's Discord and went undercover and found that his Discord, like I said, is full of young girls as young as 14, 15, and in return, Roger calls these people creepy. Actually, he called the woman moderator to his Discord creepy for contacting Olivia and telling her that this isn't right. So these people decided to post a video about that.
Roger, we're awake. I slept during the day because I'm obsessed. I'm a creep. I'm a creepy, obsessed predator.
So Roger thinks he covered his whole ass. He's like, yes, I got her. Clearly, this moderator I hired for free is creepy. And Olivia, she's so easy and stupid and young. Just the way I like him. Well, while he thinks he's out here scot-free, Olivia decides to post the second video to what really happened, according to her. And straight off the bat, she confirms that she's 19, not 21. Why he thinks 21 is a better age, I don't know. We still think it's creepy. Roger.
I'm McCraw and I'm 19 years old. I'm posting in regards to the last video I had posted in order to stop with the excessive comments being made. I want to let you all know I'm saying this now because I did not want to ruin the progress Roger Clay has made currently in his career. Late last week, I had randomly joined Roger Clay's live and saw he was making someone go to the Taylor Swift concert, or he was asking someone, sorry. I was jokingly wanting to go since I would have not been able to go regardless because of my location and work. Roger had reached out to me and conveyed that I was beautiful, and if it wasn't for his daughter last minute, the person he chose would have been me. He revealed to me that he was a frequent flyer for work and he wanted to come see me. I was mutually attentive and I agreed for him to come see me and added that we could sing together. He said that he would love that, as well as I would. Plus, a fancy dinner to where we could dress up.
You can go to her page and watch the whole thing, but I'll summarize it. He would tell Olivia very loudly at Texas Roadhouse that he had a vasectomy. After dinner, they went to the hotel room and Olivia was excited for the live and said it was a great opportunity. Before they started, Roger went to the bathroom and left the door open, wide open, for Olivia to watch. She also peeked at his phone after he got a text and his screen lit up, showing a picture of herself zoomed in to her face from a picture that Roger screenshot from Instagram. She did confirm that they sat really close to fit in the camera, but then he started rubbing her back.
Eventually, I scooted away from him, but that did not help anyways. So he continued.
He then tried to kiss her and she let it happen because she was alone and scared in a hotel room with a 50-something-year-old man. After she went home, she texted him and told him she can't do this anymore, and he said that he understood until the next day.
He told me I had abandoned him, that I was supposed to see Barbie with him, the movie. I told him again I couldn't do it with the way I was feeling. He continued to pursue me after this hate. Some mornings I would wake up with 45 messages, a video of him singing in the bathtub.
After that, Olivia couldn't take it anymore herself. People were calling her a SLUT, saying she needs to stand up for Roger, and she decided to come out with this video. So now here's the point when a lot of men in the comment section, or just a lot of people, will say, well, those are her words. She has no proof. Well, then she posted all the messages from Roger, and honey, this man was obsessed. He would not shut the absolute up, and that's why he went for such a young girl. Before we get to these texts, young ladies, I have to tell you, young ladies, If there was one thing I learned at an early age, like 15, was to just tell these type of men to shut the absolute Get that skill right now and it will really save you some time. Okay, let's read a few. So he starts off the conversation by sliding into her DMs and says, Olivia, if I may ask, where are you located? Right then and there, what the fuck, 56-year-old man? You do not need to do that. I'm located in Maryland, not too far from New York. Are you on Instagram? There I am, also Roger Clay. I would certainly follow you if you reached out. Once followed, video chat would be a possibility. Ooh, joy. I genuinely want to know more about you. As for me, I'm in California and Florida a lot, but good news, I have frequent flyer miles. And one other thing, you should know, if it wasn't for my daughter, it would have been you. Yes. Very weird. Shortly after that is when he flew in to go see her since they couldn't go to the Taylor Swift concert because damn it, Roger's pesky daughter is there. So now we're at a point where she posted that first video. This time she's texting a lot and Roger is giving like the most minimal. Dude, there's nothing illegal here. I'm working and you are telling me to send you something that I don't need to do. I also am not seeking attention, but to stop, I deleted TikTok. So basically Roger started throwing her under the bus and saying certain things that kind of irritated Olivia, telling people that she had a kid that she never sees, etc., trying to make her look like a bad person. And this is when she says, I brought nothing onto myself, but I will not be thrown under the bus when I'm defending everyone, including you and myself. And then he comes back and says, you abandoned me when I came to you. First of all, she's 19, sir. I don't know. So if we keep going through the tweets, a lot of him is telling her that she abandoned him and she's saying like, I had work, I had things to do, and you're asking me to do these things where, you know, it's very confusing for her. You don't have to make a guy feel like the lowest priority on earth by abandoning him without transport after coming so far. She's 19, you're 56. Figure it out. I shared what was going on with my outlaw father and my boss. They are 100% team us. That warmed my heart. My outlaw mother is team us too. Daughters, always good. Son will come around to the idea of me dating a 19-year-old. He wrapping his head around the idea that you are 4 years younger than he is. All want me to be happy. In my opinion, the eve we spent together was nothing short of magical. Imagine if that was every day. Something to work for, something to fight for. So the next one is him about the Instagram picture and she's asking him, can you take that off your profile, please? This is a little weird. I will take it down, but know this. It looks like fame is part of my life. Girls will throw themselves at me every day. You will have to overcome your insecurities. I call these people virtuals. I need you to trust I understand that is a lot to give. This is a rocky start for us to say the least. We need to keep our insecurities at bay. Taking posts down now. Done. I have explained to you how I feel about you. I am a man of my word to a fault. Your behavior in all this has been nothing less than controlling. I scroll down to the conversation Roger was having with himself and he says we are both emotional and sensitive people. And she responds with, I'm working. How do I define those terms then? You are not a sugar baby. So she was a little weirded out by people calling her a sugar baby and he is here consoling her. You are not a sugar baby if when we are together we take on conventional and traditional roles. I will protect and provide. And your goal would be to reduce the stress and drama that each day inevitably brings. In other words, if you are a hardline liberal feminist that would prevent me from honoring a woman in my preferred way, that would not go over well. You are a sugar baby if all kind gestures are transactional and reward is accepted in and out of my company. I need a woman who can stand on her 2 feet when I'm not around. My previous relationship did not give the vibe in the begging, but then came the exceptions when I was away. Though she ended it, she beat me to the punch with the breakup. You always know you're dealing with very mature people when they want to be the first one to break up because of their ego. And then the rest of the text messages is pretty much him just talking to himself, telling her about breakfast, what food he eats, watching her Facebook lives and telling her that he's melting over her playing guitar. You're a bag of surprises. You're a walking lottery. He talks about getting a dog together. Once again, she didn't reply. How he's melting when he watches her lives. How he just wants to hold her hand and he'll never hurt her, which he responds with, she's uncomfortable. But now we have to get to the text where she finally stuck up for herself and Roger did not like that. And he was very pissed that she took screenshots of their conversation, calling her a manipulative girl, where she responds with, you don't even know me, saying that she's a very negative person because she won't comply to his weird requests, saying that she's trying to catch fame and he's very disturbed by the fact that she looks happy without him, with all the attention. Well, after Olivia actually provided proof and all those texts got out, Roger He ended up deleting his account, but then he just came right on back and made it so people just can't search his name on TikTok. Then he deleted it again, but before that, he had to come on back, do a little singing.
I love little girls, they make me feel so good.
Says he was getting bullied and then accidentally exposed his area on live.
Bullying is insane. Nothing to dignify, V. Nothing to dignify.
But as of right now, it's completely deleted, but I'm sure Roger's still singing somewhere.
I love little girls, they make me feel so good.
Well, that is the story of the TikTok dad that just wants to sing with a 19-year-old in a hotel room because that's not illegal.
But it is creepy.
Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I would absolutely love that. And if you got to the end of the video, let me know by commenting.
That boy ain't right.
And I will see all of you guys next time.
Wake up, honey, I made you breakfast. Fresh coffee and bagels too. A new day is waiting for us. We got lots of fun stuff to do. Let's go to the zoo and feed the monkeys. I can lend them your baseball cap. Let's make the day a very lot of fun. Growing up is just a trap. Don't